exercise, we release dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter chemical that's in our brain that gives us energy. What's up, my vibrant gods and goddesses? I'm the Vibrant Temptress, and if you clicked on this video, I'm going to be showing you how to level up mentally. I've gone through so many different transformations in my life. Just say I've done it all. I've done the self-help books, I've done the journaling, I've done the therapy. What I want to show you guys today is, out of all the things that I've tried, what has been the most effective for me, because I feel that we are going through such a big shift right now where it's the perfect time to really get our minds together, to really figure out what it is that we want in our lives and what it is that we don't want in our lives. The very first thing that you have to do is do a self-evaluation. Evaluate where you're at, what you're currently doing, and if you're happy with it. Do you have a plan? Are you happy with the plan that you have in your life? If you're not, then this is the perfect time to create a vision. You could create a vision board. You could create just a list of the things that you want to accomplish. Ask yourself, what makes me happy? What is effortless for me? What do I do that doesn't feel like work or doesn't bother me, even if it feels slightly like work? Because you're truly passionate about something, it's going to require some kind of effort. After you create your vision, you want to start setting goals and really asking yourself, what am I currently doing mentally to prepare myself to reach those goals? Do I have a date where I want to reach that goal, or am I just kind of like, oh, I want to try that, but I'll do it eventually? So my next technique is morning motivation. So I truly believe that the way that we start our morning is gonna have a huge impact on the rest of our day. So I think it's so crucial to make sure that the first thing that you put inside your mind when you wake up is something positive. I personally like to listen to some Bob Marley, listen to some motivational videos, or do any kind of mindfulness activity that just helps me feel calm, helps me feel optimistic, because that's the kind of vibe that you carry throughout the rest of your day. And believe it or not, it does impact you mentally. The tip that I have is media declutter. It is so important to be mindful of the social medias that we're following, because if you're following things that are negative, then that's the ideas that you start putting in your mind, that's the energy that you start carrying with you. So you want to make sure that your media surroundings are positive, they're related to that vision that we're creating, so that you could begin to attract more of that. I know for me, I've done it many times. I've gone on social media, you know, Instagram, followed people that just weren't being that positive or weren't really resonating with me as a person anymore. And it's not to be like, you know, rude or messed up about it. It's just really surround yourself with what it is that you want your future to look like. So the next tip that I have is physical exercise. Get your body moving. Do some kind of movement, whether it's dancing, whether it's walking, whether it's getting up early in the morning, getting out and getting some fresh air, doing some jump rope, anything that gets that body moving. Because when we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling depressed, or when we're not feeling good about ourselves or just sluggish, all those emotions can get in the way of the long-term goals that we have. We exercise, we release dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter chemical that's in our brain that gives us energy. So let's say, you know, you have a goal, you're feeling sluggish, you don't want to go towards it because you don't have the energy. Well, guess what? If you can just take like 20 minutes of your day to engage in some kind of movement, you'll get some dopamine levels from getting your body moving. It's the other thing. We exercise, our mind also releases endorphins, and endorphins is another neurotransmitter chemical in our brain that helps us so that we could release stress, anxiety, depression, and it'll help you so that, you know, you could be in a good mood after that and get closer to those goals and that vision. For my next tip, it's remove all negative influences. And if you can't completely remove them, roommate that you live with, or this is family that's sometimes negative, or maybe not a biggest fan towards whatever vision or goal that you have, then decrease the amount of time that you spend with those people and really try to ground yourself before you even surround yourself with them. What this does is it messes with you mentally. There's so many people that are impacted mentally just because of the people that they're surrounding themselves with. So if you have, you know, some pessimism pessimistic friends that are like, oh, you know, you're never going to be able to accomplish that, or it's impossible to do that, then how are you going to get there if you constantly are surrounding yourself with that energy? It's not going to work. So what you want to do is you want to surround yourself with people who are at a higher level mentally than you, people who are already maybe have attracted the vision that you're so eager to bring into your life, and that's going to help you so that you could be closer to those goals. And also it's going to help you realize that, you know what, this goal may seem impossible, but it's not, because this person's accomplished that. So for my very last tip, some of you out there know that I majored in psychology. I am a therapist in the making, and my suggestion would be get some therapy. There is nothing more powerful than investing an hour a week on yourself to declutter your mind and be able to deal with all the demons, deal with all of the things that you have experienced that, you know, you might not be able to process by yourself anymore. But it is something that I would say is difficult, because you're finally in a position where everything's laid out on the table and you just have to face it and deal with it. But the aftermath is just so beautiful, because you get to really process the things that maybe have limited you from leveling up mentally, which is something that we are all capable of doing if we're willing to do the work. This isn't easy stuff all the time, but it is so powerful once you do it. I know that in regards to like resources, it can be a little bit difficult if you have to pay for it out of pocket, but different resources out there. What I'm gonna do, if you're in the LA areas, I will list some below, but whatever you have to do to talk with somebody that isn't family or aren't friends, because the thing with talking with friends and family is eventually it will get triggered if you're just like kind of like spilling all your stuff on them, or they might just not be able to give you the tools that you need. Overall, those are my tips to level up mentally. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more content like this, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.